It was a warm day. I was working on a farm alongside my parents. It was 1939. I was 7 as I am now, telling you this story. I was born in Poland and little did I know the Germans will come and end this tranquil life I am living in. So let's start. I live with my mom, dad, and my 4-year-old brother. I was in the cornfield, and it was about 2:30 in the afternoon. Most of West Poland already got intruded by the Nazis. Since the farms are spread out, they came to us quite late. 5 Nazi officers arrived in a jeep. They asked in poor Polish, "Who owns this farm?" My dad, who was with me, went up to them very bravely and said, "Me." The Germans then asked, "Do you know German?" My father said, "I know fluent German." His fluency was remarkable. The Nazis then started to ask my dad a series of questions about the farm. They asked, "Did he build it? What does he grow? Does he own livestock?" Many of these questions were stated as orders. It sounded rude and mean. Yet, my father did not break into tears. He just answered the question calmly. No stutter, just words. He taught me some German, so I knew a few words. After the questions, the Nazis said something I will never forget. It was terrible. The Nazis said, "We are taking your farm." They wanted to everything. The crops, livestock, the house, everything. I can tell my father was angry. He shouted, "You really want to take my farm that my grandfather started?" The Germans just laughed. The Germans looked at my dad dead in the eyes and said, "That is your problem now. Don't you know you are not the master race?" Master race? This was my first time hearing this. My father then asked, "Where will my family live?" The answer was clear. Just like that, we were left on our own. It was not long until we looked for a new place to live. That's when we went with our family friends, the Kazimiers. They also lived on the farm. But they were left alone. This because they were Aryan. We planned to stay there only for a few nights till we can get our farm back. Or, at least we hoped to. The Kazimiers are understanding and kind. Unlike those Nazis who we ran into earlier. Kazimiers had 2 kids of their own. A daughter, Isa, who was about 1 year younger than me. They also had a son, Kamil, who was the same age as my brother. My brother is Piotr, or Peter in English. Mine is Mieszko, after the first king of Poland. Since Kazimiers had 2 kids, it was hard to find a place to sleep. Houses were not that big back then. Most houses had 3 rooms, a basement, and an outhouse. You will be lucky to have 4 rooms in your farmhouse. Mr. and Mrs. Kazimier slept in the master room. Us kids slept in the living room on a huge couch. My parents slept in the kitchen. They made a bed out of pillows that were left over. I had such a stressful day, that I fell fast asleep.